go. That's what it's all about. You needed to do a restart. Hey. Love and War Talk Time. Right here on Love and War Radio. Monday nights, the all new time. Monday Night Live. There he is. Relationship Talk. We just need to be live. Going live right now on Love and War Talk. Right here on Love and War Radio. I just want to love you, baby. And y'all never get to hear the song, Miss Now. There you go. Now you got the song. Fulfill this love, and we gon' fight for our love. Hey. What? You want to hear the remix? You and me, Ebony is the E. Yeah. That's the remix.
Yeah, Corey.
Network ENT. What up, boy?
Hey, you know what? What did y'all do different? I can see the comment.
Now, what did you do different? You can see the comments because Chicken and Whiskey podcast said they can see the comments. Well,
yeah,
Lord, thank you, Jesus. Oh, now you can see the comments.
But I've never been able to see the comments. That's like a
coming to Jesus moment right now. He must have did an update. He must have did something to your phone device, or like Big Chief would say, your computer. You must have did something to your computer. Computer. Big Chief. Computer. What up, Devin Curry? All right. On the computer. You know how to talk Big Chief talk.
Yeah. Oh, man, yeah, I already know, man. You know, right now, we just Cadillacing, baby.
You know what I'm saying? On the computer.
You know, man, we gonna eat greedy, baby.
That's right. Well, mama, baby. Well, shout out to everybody out there watching us right now. Remo Pearson, big skater nephew extraordinaire, our celebrity skater nephew right here. Put him out there, man. Cool Films is on. Everybody that's on here watching. Right now, you're listening to Love and War Radio, and we get ready to do Love and War Talk, relationship talk right here with your girl D-Light, Ebony Mose.
It's your boy, Mr. E.
Now, Mr. E.
Yeah.
And everybody out there, if you got a topic for the show real quick, go ahead and email us any suggested topic, anything you wanted for us to discuss. If you got an issue or something, right? A dilemma, and you can't be anonymous too. So if you don't want to put your name out there, create an email address, whatever, and send your topic to loveandwartalk@gmail.com. That's right. Now, our boy Mr. E said we gotta what you call it, unpack. We gotta unpack. We gonna have to unpack this discussion topic tonight. And yeah, you finally caught up with us, Terrence. Remo Pearson, your skater name. Finally, you caught up with us. Everybody out there, we appreciate y'all. Nephew, that's where we gonna go. Nephew, we're gonna unpack this topic tonight. Tonight's discussion: complimenting another sex. You came up with this man or woman. Right. Is it wrong, or is just your insecurities? Mr. E, jump this off.
Yeah, you know, basically complimenting another man or another woman, is it wrong, or is it insecurity? So am I wrong for complimenting another woman in the presence of my woman, or is she just being insecure in the fact that I find somebody else attractive? And I think that that's a little bit controversial because there's a lot of sides to it, okay? A lot of sides to it. First and foremost, I think that the number one thing about a relationship, whether you're a man or a woman, is basically respecting that other party, first and foremost. Sometimes it doesn't even matter whether it's an insecurity or not. I think, in my opinion, that the first thing is just having a respect level when it comes to that other person. If you know that'll hurt that other person, then I think later you can explore why that hurts the other person. But I think first and foremost, you know, it's really about respect. What do y'all think?
Well, yeah, let me read what our nephew said. He said, if you compliment a woman in front of your woman, you need to be slapped. And that's exactly what I was getting ready to say, because you shouldn't be in that. It really all depends on who the person is. A lot of people say, is she insecure?
It depends on if it's a young waitress or if it's an old waitress. It depends on if she black or if she white, or if, it depends on a lot of things. If she hot or if she just really just is a beautiful woman. You know what I mean? But still, you shouldn't be complimenting anybody, another man or another woman, so just in the presence of your spouse. Like, you know what I mean? Don't say, he's dressed nice. You can say he's dressed nice, but don't be like, oh, he looked good today. I mean, that's just kind of disrespectful to me.
Okay.
All eyes on me. Like, when you with me, you shouldn't be complimenting anybody unless she's 69 years old.
Now she's Tupac. But anyways, cool films, because y'all know this not just our show, this the people's show. So we want to hear from you guys. Chime in right now. Tell us what you think. They Cool Film said they always think a brother wants they draws just for saying something nice.
And that's just guys generally, you know, complimenting women out on the streets when they tell us, when they see us at the gas station, you look nice, and we be like, thank you, and just keep it moving tight because we ain't got time for it. We don't always think y'all trying to get them our draws, but y'all are. Most of the time, y'all are.
Well, let me just. Can I tell you what I think?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So first of all, I've been married almost 5 years. Okay, and me and my husband play around a lot, but I be hella serious. I mean, if somebody looks good, if somebody is attractive, he'll tell me and I'll tell him. I think just because you are in a relationship doesn't mean you're not human anymore and that you don't find opposite sex attractive. You know what I'm saying? If you're respectful with it, like, I'm not going after other men. I'm not going to act on the lust of my eyes. But at the end of the day, I still look. You know, sometimes there be some men walking down the street in downtown LA.
But you ain't gonna say nothing in front of your husband. With your husband with you, I dare you to say something with your husband with you.
No, I mean, we might be at a restaurant and I'll be like, you know, oh, that's a good-looking couple, or that guy is attractive, or that girl is attractive. I mean, we just talk real. You know what I mean? I want us to be real. I don't want my man to feel like he can't compliment another lady, or he makes another, if he's attracted to if he say, you know what, ma'am, you look nice today, and even if she's hot, I mean, I'm just not insecure.
Some people would take it as flirting, though. If you got a man and he out on the street complimenting women on the street, some women might, who don't know you, might take it as your man flirting with them. You know, if they meet on the train or whatever, and you out here talking about, oh, I like your shoes, or you dress nice today, or your makeup's nice, or your hair is cute, whatever the case might be, sounds like you flirting, buddy, and you married, or you got a girlfriend, or whatever the case might be. You shouldn't be complimenting anybody, but old ladies and people trying to make people feel good. I mean, I understand that. I like to make people feel good, so I do compliment people of all kinds. You know what I mean? But again, you got to think about being respectful when you're in front of your spouse and not really acting like you're paying attention to anybody else but them. That's how I feel.
Duh, it's Kiki is on.
Hey, what's up? Hey, okay. So then, can I give my outlook?
Go on, Mr. E, because I want to know, is this affecting you and Mrs. Jones' household?
Yes,
is this a topic that came up? Please unpack
No. Actually, I just saw it from somewhere else. But I'm going to tell you my true opinion. I don't think that you should do anything to disrespect your significant other. First and foremost, I think that they come first. Now, with that in mind, me and Miss Jones, we always compliment people, and I mean, and we don't really care. You know, it's I personally, I don't have a problem with Miss Jones complimenting another man or another woman. I don't. You know,
right.
And maybe I'm not.
Oh no.
Am I back?
Okay, right now. Yeah, and I don't know if that be throwing our sound off sometime, but it's like we'll be good, our lips and everything matches up to our sound, but when we export the video at some point,
something crazy
all
happens.
Of a sudden your mouth is talking
it's
and
fast forward.
Yeah, no, right now you just said, oh, okay. And your mouth just said,
spirits chiming in with us
right now. It's behind?
It's behind.
Oh,
yes, it just kicked in, and so this is what's happening to the video. When we export the video.
We'll talk
Did you just get a call?
No.
Okay, now your lips are like they off.
Okay, I mean, I can't do nothing about it.
He can't do nothing about it.
But what I was gonna say was, I don't have a problem with that, and I don't have a problem with that with my wife. Now, there's been relationships in the past that's been an issue with. And I think it depends on two things. I think it depends on who you're with, and I think it also depends on the relationship and the rapport that y'all have. That's what I think. You know, the thing about it is I'm not very, my standards are high when it comes to another woman anyway. So it doesn't matter how much I compliment a woman. It doesn't matter how beautiful I think she is. That does not qualify me to have an attraction to her other than the way she looks. And I have to have an attraction to her other than the way she looks in order to entertain the thought of trying to develop any type of interaction with her. So the bottom line is, when I compliment, you know, I may say, you know, Ebony, I really like your hair like that. Or I may say, D-Light, your makeup is always on point. But that don't mean I want a threesome with y'all.
Of course. Because you Mr. E and you like our brother, so. It's
now
different.
But you know what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, it's really about who I am, you know? And so me personally, I don't have a problem with Miss Jones complimenting nobody. And I haven't had an issue with me complimenting, you know, I'll compliment somebody.
See, and then how about if y'all watching TV programs? Because when I watch Power, when I see that on Maury Hardwick, don't let it be no sexy mama turn up. I'll be like, oh, all in front of my husband. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's nothing wrong with
it. That's funny, though.
I mean, I get hyped when I see Power.
I mean, to be honest with you, a decent, you know, well put together guy could cross our paths. And to me, it's more of an elephant in the room if my wife says nothing at all, but I can see it written all over her face that, man, that guy's attractive. To me, I would prefer.
How is that different? My nephew said that's different though. How is that different if I like or if I flirt? Not flirting, but if I'm complimenting a man that's on TV, like, ooh, Denzel fine. Then even if we watching that other show, Ballers, I'm like, oh, Denzel's son really take after his father. You know what I mean? But he's saying that's different. That don't bother you. Okay, because that shouldn't bother you. Those are TV stars. You know what I mean?
I mean, it don't bother me. It don't bother me in real life. Now, it just depends on the level. It just depends on the level you go. Like, if a certain guy passed by, a certain dude passed by, and then my wife be like, I turn him up. Then that's a different story.
That's a different story. And that's the same thing. That's very sexual.
That's a lust thing.
Yeah. I might say that to my homegirl, but that's not something you want to say around your man.
There's definitely not something you want to say around your man.
You know what's so crazy? I really don't talk like that in front of my partners. I don't be like, I turn her up. I just, you know.
It's also how often these compliments are being thrown around, too. Like, you ain't got to be complimenting ladies every day of the week. And fuck them compliments. So you fuck them ladies that try to make everybody feel good about themselves. Okay, you just get your ass to work and get on home.
Make me feel good.
Make me feel good. Tell me how beautiful I look today. That's the problem. Y'all running around telling everybody in the streets how beautiful they look and forget to tell your wife how good she looked today.
What's up, Sage? What's up, Cool Fields? What's up, Remo Pearson? It's Kiki. Everybody out there watching us. The Detail King of Bel Air. We're live right now. We are having hot relationship talk discussions about complimenting
another man, another woman.
Right.
And is it
when
wrong,
you got somebody,
or are they just insecure?
Now, do you think that Ebony might be a tad bit insecure? Because Cool Films on here talking about it's all about you, Ebony. Do you think there might be, what's up, baby? The realest we ain't seen her in a minute. Cousin baby.
Okay.
But do you think Ebony might be a tad bit insecure? Because I'm hearing that. She's like, he should only be focused on me. He shouldn't be giving no other girls no compliment. All he should do is be complimenting me.
All eyes on me. Compliment. All eyes on me.
Ebony, that seems a little bit
and that's
insecure,
just how I am.
babe.
I'm not gonna be with my man and be looking at other men and worried about
yes,
telling.
You are. We're not gonna do that today.
I'm
We're not gonna do that today. You may not say anything and you may not verbalize it, but being team single, you are in the mode of hunting, noticing.
She's a hunter. She's a hunter.
There you go. Come on, man. We're not gonna do that today.
But when I'm with somebody, believe me, I'm like in tune. Like I focus on that person. I don't be having my eyes I don't have wandering eyes is what I'm getting at. And I don't definitely be trying to throw compliments at somebody just for the hell of it in front of somebody that I'm out to dinner with or at the movies with her. What'd she say? Why is he entertaining another woman? Exactly.
Okay, first of all, let's define entertaining, okay?
Okay, define, unpack that, Mr.
Yeah.
Unpack it.
Yeah,
Unpack it.
because now you using semantics to manipulate the whole conversation. And the thing about it is, there's a difference between complimenting, saying, "Hey, how you doing? You know what? I really like your car." Or, "Hey, you know,
those are regular
man, where'd you get that hairstyle from?"
though.
My wife does hair. Where did you get that hairstyle from? That's nice.
Your lipstick looks good on you is a different kind of compliment. That dress looks well on you.
I just would like
especially if it's tight
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Okay.
And then Baby says
I
something
do
too.
understand that that's different, but to me, entertaining is when you're giving something an opportunity. So if I'm giving a woman an opportunity or a place. So if I sit there and say, "Oh my God, if I ain't seen none today, I'm seeing you wearing that dress. I'm glad I got up today and ended up at 7-Eleven so I can see you walk through here." You know, if I'm saying
that's too much. You put the
that's too. You sound like you want to stop her up with a biscuit.
And I'm not gonna do that. And to be honest with you, it's really about what happens when my wife is there. And when my wife is there, I say I have the same type of conversation as I do when she's not there. So I'm comfortable saying, "Oh, baby, look, you know, she got some of them shoes that you got. Yeah, I like what we were just saying. We like your shoes, and we're gonna move on."
So it's respectful. It's respectful. DJ Flip is on. DJ Flip is on.
What up, Flip? And read Bebe's comment real quick.
Yeah, because to me, Baby, your comment is a lot like my comment. She said, "Hey y'all, I've been in school, so that's why she hasn't been on." So what's up, Baby? But she said, "My husband tells women that they're beautiful, and just because we're married doesn't mean he can't see beauty." That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but Anthony, I think
I'm saying sometimes you leave the open door. Excuse me, y'all. That's by the way, because I'm sick.
She feeling a little.
I'm sick.
Under the weather.
As a matter of fact, y'all don't get that flu shot. You know the government out here trying to kill everybody.
My wife just told me to do that. My wife just told me to do that.
Just get
my arm been swollen for a week, nigga. All of a sudden, I ain't been sick in years, and I got a cold. But anyway,
everybody.
But it's not insecurities is what I was saying. It's just really about being respectful to the other partner. I forgot what we were switching to though before we started.
No, we was talking about I believe the way you kind of stated it, like if he's complimenting another woman in my presence, we weren't talking about the entertaining. Entertaining is more like, say for instance, a girl flirt with you. Now I got more of an issue.
What if you at dinner and this dude, the waitress came over and she is really pretty? What if she is pretty and you know you secure with yourself, but still you have that thought in your mind like, damn, what is he complimenting the waitress for in front of me? How rude! Like in your head, you're not gonna say nothing.
I don't. It depends on the way my wife does it. Watch this. If I'm talking to let's say it's a waiter, it's not a waitress, it's a waiter. And I'm talking to the waiter and my wife say, "You know what? Thank you." He gonna talk all day, boy. Something about them dark-skinned men. Y'all just find a bond with one another. The way she did it was so cool that it didn't bother me. Because I can tell that, okay, he's saying that, so even though he's handsome or he's a nice-looking guy, that we somehow share a similarity. So the way she did it was so respectable.
But that was definitely not a compliment. Like, oh,
okay. So
my husband wasn't here.
This happened to me and my husband were at dinner, and the waiter was a really good-looking, handsome young man. He reminded me of my son. Now I hear what Sage said. I hear what Kiki said. They said, so you can tell another man he's fine in front of me, and then Kiki out there talking about, yeah, don't compliment nobody in front of me. So they all on what you on. Then the nephew came in and says, I'll let her order for me and keep my eyes on the menu.
That's what I need you to do.
Even if she fine,
check them prices when we order it.
Keep your eyes on the menu. Okay, but I think the married people, what I was getting ready to say, the baby is, what's up, Sky? She said, what I missed? Sky, we on here talking about complimenting another man or woman with your
in the presence of your spouse,
man or woman, and is it
insecurity?
Insecurity.
Now, could it be flirting? I think sometimes it could lead to flirting. Maybe now the waitress or whoever think you like them.
I think when you get married and at a certain point in a relationship, all that is like, there's trust and you just be respectful with it and it's all cool, because my whole
we don't need to sleep over that.
I want my man, my husband and I should be best friends. And I want him to be able to talk to me like he would his best friend. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying? And that's where communication and that's where relationships go wrong, because we got to be fake and we got to be some type of way, and we can't be real to our spouses or our man or woman that we with.
And can I tell you something, Ebony? I'm coming from a man's perspective. The thing about it is, when you meet a man that's solid and you feel like he's solid and you know him, then that will never be a worry. He could compliment 1 million women, but he will never see another woman like he see you, and you'll be sure of that.
Yeah,
and
once
so,
you get to once you get to that point, y'all,
right? So you get
single
to that point.
ladies,
I ain't made it there yet.
Cause you single, Sage,
I ain't made it there. I don't want you to compliment nobody. Kiki single, bottom the fuck line, okay? Anybody watching? And it's not jealousy, it's not insecurity, it's all about being respectful. And again, I think it shows like a pervertedness or just a nigga, you can't keep your eyeballs or your dick in your pants. You got to be thinking about women and all. That's just how I feel. That sounds like a single woman, but it sure is. I don't want nobody over here thinking about, or like you laying in bed with somebody on Instagram liking pictures and shit. Do that shit on your own private time. Don't be laid up liking bitches in their bathing suits and shit next to me. I don't like it.
Sage, you are single.
I'm
I can tell you, Kiki. We know Sky's single now, child. We know she's single now.
Kiki said, "Who said I was single?"
God say hook her up.
Kiki, you over here acting like you single with them comments, because I think, y'all, what we're trying to say, I guess when you guys are dating, when you're in the dating process, men, maybe it's not a good look for you to be out there complimenting other women. Okay, you should be focused on that person, getting to know that person,
that interest,
and you gaining a level of
now
trust.
Marriage in 10 years down the line, you bound to have one. Remember I told y'all marriage was like having cable with one channel. Yeah, you gonna wonder 10 years down the line. So I know you.
I gotta look at some other channels sometime, and I'm just looking.
VH1. You want to look at some?
I just gotta look at some channels.
On some ESPN.
But
anyway, what up, Mika?
And then what else?
Ghost, what's going on?
Oh my goodness, I had something else.
That's the other subject about gaining weight too. Remember, y'all wanted to talk about
yeah,
that
we
too.
Definitely want to do that. It's 26 after the hour.
Oh,
and tonight, usually we do an hour show, y'all. But tonight we gotta cut it a little short. I gotta pick up my husband from the airport. Mr. E ain't got enough battery on his phone. Right. And Ebony needs to get some rest, child.
Right.
So
they're kicking in.
I mean, I guess before we move on to the insecurities and the other topic, do you want to sum this up? I think, Mr. E, about complimenting another person and being, is it insecurity or if it's wrong or right?
Well, I think what we all can agree on is it really depends on what level of the relationship you in. Ebony made a good point. She said probably after 10 years or 5 years or however much time, you get to know that person and you understand what compliments mean and if they're going to be faithful and if they solid. And I think all of us have to develop trust. Again, I started the conversation out by saying that it's about respect. So you want to make sure that you respect your partner, but at the same token, once you develop that trust, I think compliment is harmless, especially if it's a solid person.
And just keep the compliments clean.
Don't I think that's the difference between compliments
and lustful compliments.
Right.
Or inappropriate.
But you know what? A solid man takes away all that. So you'll never have that to begin with.
Flirting is different from complimenting. Complimenting is, you know what?
And a lot of people mistake compliments for
nice eyes.
Again, I get a lot of times when I like to make people feel good, but when I compliment some people, sometimes they mistake it for flirting. And they think, oh, okay, and then now they stalking you and watching you the whole way in the store or whatever the case might be. But you can't give a person a compliment nowadays because we do all take it personal. We all take it as, oh, okay, they trying to get at us, or now we watching them like.
I mean, and I was just gonna say this. This happened to me not too long ago. We talking about waitresses and waiters or whatever. I seen a nice looking young man, but he reminded me of my son. But he still was a man, and he's still like in his 20s. He's a man. But I did tell my son, he's a good-looking guy. He's a really good-looking guy. He reminds me of my son. But I guess it was just appropriate. I didn't mean it in a lustful or nasty way, or I was kind of looking at him or wanted him in any kind of way.
He probably was like, yeah.
No, I mean, I'm just saying he was a good-looking kid. He just looked like a nice little young 20-something-year-old man.
Oh, okay.
Reminded me of my son. That's
He
it.
would have gave you that. He would have gave her that D too. You know
Kiki
it.
said, what if you don't like your husband or your wife to compliment other people in front of them? And if they don't like it, then you have to respect
Respect
it.
it.
You have to, yeah, you have
Because
to
again,
respect
some people take it as disrespect. Again, I wouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I would never do that in front of my dude unless I'm talking to, you know, and again, we complimenting clothes. We talk about
Right.
style. We talking about a haircut maybe. But when you be like, oh, a lustful comment, making it like an attraction that you're wanting somebody maybe more than your spouse, then that's when I feel like you might be crossing a line. So there's my end on it, my take. But okay, next subject.
Next subject. Now, what is this about,
Mr. E? You came with two in one day.
The insecurities and the weight gaining. Okay, because see, now I got married and I put on some pounds. I ain't gonna tell y'all how many, but
I think when you get married, you just put on weight. I don't know what
I put on it's a real bad number of pounds, and I really need to start working out and get more back into like working out and being physically fit like I used to be. But it's really difficult when I spend 3 or 4 hours of my day commuting. So unpack the weight gain situation and being in a relationship, and we got about another 10 to 15 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes about this.
We got about a hot five.
A hot five, your phone's gonna die. All right, come on with it, y'all. Come on with it.
Okay, but I saw a post today, and it was about a man that wanted advice concerning his wife. He said that his wife was in nice shape when they met and they got married, but 5 years down the line, the wife gained 60 pounds.
And she have kids, though. Did he leave that out of the subject?
Yeah, he did. There was a lot of details.
It was a little vague, yeah.
So, but the bottom line is, he really tried to communicate with his wife a lot. He really tried to help her. They tried getting a membership. They tried doing a diet together. They tried these different things, but he feels like the wife is not motivated. Okay, and I thought that this intertwined with the subject of complimenting the opposite sex and being insecure, because sometimes I honestly believe that we can do things for ourselves the way we won't be insecure. Like at the end of the day, marriage and even just being in a relationship is maintenance. You have to keep yourself up. You have to keep yourself looking good, and you have to be motivated to save your relationship, and you have to be motivated to keep the excitement and the attraction and the romance in your relationship by making sure you do whatever you can. You do whatever you can to appeal to the other partner. And he feels like he kind of discouraged because he feels like she lost motivation. So what, like how? And
she's not trying to. She don't really
she's not
seem
trying
like
to.
she's
That's
trying hard enough,
she's
because there should be some level of results if you die. And then the fact that he's wanting to do this with her. If my husband said, you know what? Now my husband does say, let's go to the gym, but I can only really do that Saturday and Sunday. You know what I'm saying? And so, but if I had him saying, you know what, let's diet together, let's work out together, and I had somebody very motivated to do this with me, it should make it a lot easier. And she should, because my fear is the way that when you forwarded the post to us, it really sounds like he's becoming very frustrated and defeated, and he's not happy with the way she looks. He's insecure probably about having an overweight wife.
That's gonna lead to complimenting other people
and then she's not as attractive to him, and maybe she feels a certain level of insecurity. I know I do, especially being intimate. I don't feel comfortable. Like, turn the lights off.
You still turn the lights off?
I still turn the lights off. Turn the lights off, child. Turn the lights off.
I just started leaving them on, girl. Finally.
Well, good.
Finally,
in my
stage of life,
I
started doing it with the lights on.
You a skinny
bitch
now.
I ain't skinny at all. I still got it all. Tiger stripes and everything.
All right, so go ahead, Misty. Go ahead, Misty.
Well, let me tell you this. I was heavy working out when I met my wife. And as you know, when you get in a relationship, life get in the way. But what I did is I started working out heavier, and I always make this joke. I always make this joke where I was like, man, I want to keep looking good. I want you to stay attracted to me because I don't want you to leave me for no white boy. And we just be messing. There's nothing wrong with white men whatsoever.
She be joking with her husband like that too, though.
Yeah, but I just be messing. I just be messing around with her. But first of all, I want my wife to feel like she's gonna really lose something. She gonna really lose something if she lose me. You know,
is that right?
And the only way I can do that is to try and keep myself up. And I mean, and the same thing with her. I want to keep herself up. And you know, men, we are superficial creatures. You know, we like the visual. You know what I'm saying?
I think you guys need. Oh, I don't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, that's it. That's it.
Baby wrote a book on here.
She
said,
did. Let her go ahead and read her comment, and then I was going to
what type of day she has. How old are the kids? We ain't got all that information, baby. Now we don't know
how many kids she got. Again, I was just about to say that we don't know how many kids she got.
They
she
both
do homework. If she's cooking dinner, what
right?
kind of
And I
job she
did
working.
gather they both have the same field. He did not mention kids in this post, but he did say they both work in the education field, so they get off about the same time.
Again, it's about incorporating some of the same habits, like
together,
work alike. You work out.
They get off at 5.
Put yourself on certain meal plans. Maybe he need to try to.
It sounds like her weight is a problem for him, and as that
he need to buy her something. Then buy her some pills. Give her some of that shit that DJ Duffy been taking. What's them drops DJ Duffy been taking that got her little waist all small and shit?
We need some of that shit right there.
But you know what? To his defense, he stated that there was things that he did to try to motivate her, and to be honest with you, 60 pounds is a lot of weight.
I lost 60 pounds. I used to be built like a linebacker. I know how that feels. So again, it takes a long time.
That's a lot of weight.
It makes a major difference for sure.
Yeah,
especially if it's not what you're used to.
You know, you're looking at a different person, and man, men, we superficial, you know, creatures. Like we it's the visual. You know, we'll put up with a lot for the visual.
He needs to talk to her and let her know.
It sounds like he has. He's talked to her, he's motivated her. He's done everything. Let's go diet. We start a diet plan, she falls off. We go to work out, she's not taking it serious, she falls off. So if we talked about it,
attraction.
And it seems like her weight is a problem with him, and being in shape is something that he desires.
Counseling
for his mate.
They need counseling.
Ooh,
go spend some money and let a doctor tell her that her ass needs to go to the gym with her husband. Take him to the doctor.
Slow your roll, homie. I was 127 when P met me, and now I'm 205. My husband still loves me
just the way I am.
No, hold on. Let me say something,
baby. That's the realest.
Hold on, let me say something, baby. First of all, I was there when y'all met. That's number one. And then number two, there's a difference between gaining 60 pounds over a lifetime and gaining 60 pounds over 5 years. So you got to remember the variables. See, when you and Pee Wee met, y'all were young. Y'all were babies. So everybody didn't gain weight. But it's a
127 pounds. Damn.
How long ago was that?
Yeah, that was like 10, 15 years ago.
She making it seem like it was yesterday,
right?
Yeah. But mother has lived over there too. That comes with the territory.
It's all right, Pee-wee. Pee-wee, love you, girl.
But we all gain weight. We all gain weight.
We all do.
You just got to work hard to make sure that your
But if my husband stressed to me that, babe, you would really look fine if you was 40 pounds lighter, or you would really
hurt
look
your
fine.
Feelings, though.
But you know what? It would. I know I need to. I tell him. I know I need to lose weight. You get what I'm saying? But if he made it seem like if there was not a level of attraction, my husband still has attraction for me, and it's still not like it's not like a major problem from what I see, because he hasn't had this conversation.
He likes your size.
But what if you gained 100 pounds though? What if you gained 100 pounds?
Oh Lord!
You know what?
I don't even picture you like that,
girl. Because I'm already damn near. I mean, I'm huge.
Well,
I'm big. I'm a big girl now. Can you imagine this face, double size, child?
Because around this one.
Because your husband's 100 pounds might be dude 60 pounds. You see what I'm saying?
But see, we tall girls too, so we 5'9", 5'10", so 180, 200 on us is solid. It's damn near average, pretty much.
Linebacker material.
Linebacker. No, I might damn near defensive end. I was defensive end.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
All right. So
anyway,
I gained a lot of weight too, but I lost 30. No, I did. I gained a lot of weight, but I lost 35 pounds. And I'm motivated because I want to make my wife feel like she really losing something to lose me. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all
Afros too. Damn.
You got a
Oh,
call?
No.
You did.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, we back.
yeah, Cool Films is still out here trying to shoot a shot. He shoot his shot at every
third person.
He'll take her as a linebacker, baby.
Hey, back then when he met me, I was damn near linebacker size, pretty
You know what I'm
much.
saying? He still got you, girl.
Hold on,
That's what you
baby.
need, a man like that. So y'all in this linebacker
I just think they need to
claimant.
try to really
Right.
incorporate some habits and maybe talk to somebody about it. Maybe even he needs to talk to one of her friends and figure out maybe if there's another way he can get to her with this situation. But it all comes with habits and having the same routines, eating the same things, healthier lifestyles. They need to do the same stuff together. So if she's not going to be willing to do that, then they will continually have problems, and he going to end up running off cheating somewhere or start complimenting other women and liking pictures and DM and stuff on Instagram. And now here we go.
Fantasizing about
Fantasizing.
There we go. You open
So,
up the door to
he need to talk to
everything.
maybe one of her friends or something.
I don't like that. Don't ask my neighbor, baby. Come to me, child. Come to me. Don't ask
you know
my
what?
neighbor.
It depends on how close her
Some
best
women
friend or
you
her
can't talk to
cousin.
them, though. Yeah,
I mean, obviously
some women
talking
you
to
can't
her
talk to
is
them.
not working. So he's going to have to continue to talk and reiterate, like,
And
when
now
gonna
you need
get
to talk
this
about
weight
health too. Like when you start reaching over
Yes.
225 and 250, you had like diabetes lane,
High blood
heart
pressure.
attack, high blood pressure. So he really needs to
Child.
turn it to like, baby, I need you to live longer. I need you to be healthier. Let's cut out all this grease and this fried shit and let's go to the gym. And she got to do it. Take her ass to the doctor and let her find out she
Remo
got high
said
blood pressure.
he missed the topic. He was in the grocery store. I'm throwing an event tomorrow. I know. I've seen it. I've
missed
seen it.
Where
I
is
seen it on social media. It had like Freddy Krueger with a skateboard or something.
Give
So,
that man
yeah,
a chance.
yeah.
Kiki, no.
Okay.
He said, give
So,
that man a chance.
What we
Everybody
getting
trying-
ready to wrap up now, because we're not doing a full hour show tonight.
I
We gotta
know.
cut it a little short. What we wrapping up now is insecurities in a relationship and weight gain. A young man hit us up. His wife gained 60 pounds. He's tried to.
Yeah.
In 5 years, he tried to help her go on a diet plan. They tried to help her working out. And then Iron Dog says, it makes me think about what are things that really attract you to a person. Weight should not be a problem in a real problem unless it's a health issue. You're absolutely right, because if my husband married me, that's like a woman marrying somebody just because they got the money. And then if they don't have any money, are you still not attracted to him anymore?
No,
because
I
they
don't.
have
No,
the money?
I can't say
Like-
that's the same. No.
Oh no, that is
I can't-
absolutely the same, because
No, that's
money
not-
comes and goes and weight comes and goes.
No. What I'm saying is this is the difference between attraction and love. Because to not love somebody because they don't make as much money or whatever. Love.
It's a
should not
lot of
be
women out
affected.
there. Women, they got money make
That's
me
true.
come. I done heard
That's
songs like
true.
that.
No,
You
that's
know
true.
them.
But what I'm saying is that shouldn't be. Now, I can still love.
You said no
I can
women.
still love somebody and not be
Misty.
attracted to them. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. But you
So-
also said just women can be just as superficial as men, because you said
No,
men
I
are
agree.
superficial and men
I
like
agree.
men
I
like the way a woman looks. Women on the hand like what a man got. Okay,
Yeah, but that's not love though.
it
the
is
reason
not
why-
love. It is
that's
not love.
not
So when you
love.
bring up love, that's different. But what I'm
So-
saying is, if we're talking about attraction, if we're just
Weight
talking
is
about
hard to
attraction,
go, Kiki.
yeah.
It
If you
sure
just talk,
is.
weight is hard to, yeah. But when you talk about
You
attraction,
can read the comments.
He reading the comments. I'm so
yeah,
proud
you
of
know,
you.
I
Praise
can't
the
help it,
Lord.
man. I'm so
Praise
proud
the
of
Lord.
you.
Look at
Comments.
Jesus.
I've never been able to do it before. You know, but when
You
when
done
you talk about
figure
attraction,
something out.
that's, to me, that's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, if all of a sudden I start shaving all my facial hair away, that don't mean that my wife don't love me, but she's not attracted to that, and I still have to have a responsibility to make
Right.
sure that my wife is
Right.
You're
attracted.
damn right. Next time my
You know what I'm
husband
saying?
gonna try
Right.
to shave off his damn mustache, you need to run that by me first,
I
Bobby.
don't never trust no man
Yeah,
that ain't got no
yeah.
mustache or no
Yeah,
facial
when my
hair.
husband shaved off his
Hey,
whole
ladies
damn
out
mustache,
there, I'm gonna tell you right now, don't ever trust any man without any facial hair. I don't
Say,
care.
don't
if-
do that.
No.
That ain't what's up.
I don't
That
trust
ain't
no.
what's up, man.
Don't trust no man
Hey.
over 25 or 30 with no mustache, no goatee, no beard. He ain't even gotta have a full beard. Don't trust the man with a bare ass face. That's all I got to say.
That's that BS stuff. That's the reason why she's still single.
Just like don't trust the man that wear a pinky ring. I don't trust him. That's more than 2 rings.
Hey, these are some ebony-isms.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't trust the nigga that wear more than 2 rings. Hell no. Oh no.
Nah. Wait a minute. These old ebony-isms is not like real official. We don't stand by this claim that don't trust a man without a mustache and no facial hair. Don't trust a man with a pinky ring.
What's up, baby?
All that kind of stuff. Anyways, y'all.
That's creepy status. I don't like that either, Kiki. They all be looking like pervs. They all mustache.
Let's leave our last comment. Let's leave our last comments about the entire subject tonight, and then we'll go ahead and let everybody go. I'll just go ahead and say mine first. All right. Basically, on the lines of flirting and just complimenting, guys, women, know the difference between flirting and complimenting. All right, and just be respectful. And I believe somebody left a comment and said, just treat people like you want to be treated. Yes. So I would have to say that. Just treat them like you would want to be treated. Mm-hmm. And in the other subject, the other subject about the weight gain, I think communication, I kind of have to salute that brother for communicating. I don't know why Mr. E is really like stuck right
his
now.
Phone might be dying.
He might be out. He might be out. I compliment him. He died. His phone died. So we love you, Mr. E. Thank y'all for joining us tonight with Mr. E. His phone his battery was low, but I'm gonna wrap it up with just saying, as far as the man, I'd have to salute that brother for at least trying to communicate with his wife and trying to communicate with her to lose weight. Let's lose weight together. Let's eat right together. Let's go to the gym together. And if it's still not working and he still can't communicate, Ebony, you said they should go to counseling.
I said everything you just said, so
they should go to counseling. That's all.
Pretty much.
If he's talking to her and she ain't listening, but he's not attracted to her, but guess what? Her weight gain doesn't mean
that he don't love her, though.
That he don't love her. There. Or, I mean, at the end of the day, that's still your wife and you married for better or for worse. So don't be superficial. Just keep working at her and keep trying. It looked like Miss Sophia came on,
the wife.
So he probably went and got her phone.
That's so funny. You done got the wife's phone.
You ain't got her phone.
Hey, remote. Watch them pinky rings now, man. Don't be wearing no pinky rings, and keep your rings to a limit of 1.
So yeah, and so my whole thing is, and that could be a little superficial. You don't marry somebody for if they are skinny or if they whatever. I think you should just love.
But
love
you just
her,
want to be attracted to you want to
be attractive,
so you don't want to lose the lust. And that's all he's saying is, man, I'm losing the lust. What do I do to bring this lust back to my relationship? Because now she out of line, and really we don't know where she gaining her weight. Is it all in the stomach, nigga? Where is it all going to? Because sometimes that shit would be out of control. You gotta watch it.
And he ain't attractive, but at the end of the day, that's not everything.
Looks is not everything when you really love somebody. And again, who's to say he doesn't? He's just saying, man,
I'm not as attracted to her.
He might have loved his wife when she was nice and right.
When he was attracted to her,
they was probably doing it on top of washing machines and everything. And now he can't pick her up and put her on the washing machine
because she got a little bit of extra lean and mean.
Anyway,
Mr. E, let's let you wrap it up, and then we'll go ahead and attraction is more than just outward. That's right. I agree. Do you agree with Bebe? What do you think about all this, Mr. E? While you trying to get your camera together? Let's go ahead and wrap this up, baby. We 47 minutes. We almost did an hour of the show. We just having so much fun. But yeah, wrap it up, Mr. E. Why don't you tell everybody the whole Mr. E-ism for the end of the night?
Okay, you know what I think is, at the very end of the day, not only is it about love and unconditional love, but it's about trust. Okay, sometimes you got to develop trust amongst one another in order to have the understanding, and all those insecurities and jealousies and stuff will never have a place. That's one thing. At that same token, the second thing is you have to make sure you do whatever to keep y'all together, which means that's working on yourself inside outside, working on your character, working on your appearance, everything to make the best you that you can make.
Absolutely.
That was great. That was well said. That's well said. Y'all got me wanting to go work out. Y'all got me wanting to go work out, man, so I can, my husband could just be as attracted to me as he was that day I met him.
And
you still look the same, girl. She still looked the same. So he was attracted to what he saw. Because she still looked the same.
No, but I do need to. I wanna have a desire. You woke up Saturday morning. You was like, I want to go work out.
We all have a desire to get fit.
Me too.
We all have a desire.
Dark man, we got it hard already, man.
Whatever. Y'all
got it easy.
We got it hard already.
Whatever.
Somebody look like Shamar Moore. Somebody look like Shamar Moore come up to my wife. I gotta do 5-10 more push-ups. Gotta make it make sense.
But just don't be out there. Don't get jealous of power though. Ooh, that damn Amari.
How you gonna do all that and say don't get jealous?
Don't get so hard.
Don't get jealous of Ghost.
Ghost go hard.
No,
well, I'm caning anyway. I'm caning anyway.
I'll take both of them.
She said she'll take both of them.
All three of them. All three of y'all.
All three of them. The white boy too can get it.
All three of y'all. Shit.
Man, I can't see the comments no more.
See, something's up. Something's up. We gonna get Mr. Engineer. We gonna get you technically right.
That's all right, y'all.
Right,
but hey, look, we gotta shut the show down, y'all. Y'all know the all new time for the show is Monday nights. I forget y'all. All new time Monday nights, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Central Time, and 11 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. Make sure y'all tune in. Catch us next Monday, and of course we might go live sometime this week if we
if we can all get back on together. Right. If you guys got a topic of discussion, you guys want to submit a topic for us to discuss, you guys just want to be anonymous, y'all want to talk sex, cheating, relationships, insecurities, dating, whatever,
baby mama, baby
child support, fetishes, addiction. We talk about it all right here on Love and War Talk on Love and War Radio. I'm your girl Delight. I'm your girl Ebony Mosaic.
It is your boy Mr. E. We can talk about midgets, two belts. We can talk about threesomes.
Hey, I used to have a fetish for midgets though. I used to back in the day. I used to just watch them. I just like to watch them move. They just weird.
That's a whole nother show.
That's sad.
They not call midgets, they call little people too, by the way. All right, y'all.
Right.
We gonna pray. Just pray for us.
But I like to watch them because they so cute.
And we gonna pray for y'all.
We'll get on Pornhub and search little people.
Nah, I ain't watching
little people
all that, though. Hey, you know what? That's not a bad idea though.
Pray
I wonder
for
what that look like.
Pray for her.
What is that? I heard they got big things too though. They
be out of here.
Us.
I'm done with
okay. I heard they got schlongs too though.
Ebony, get well, baby. Get well, Ebony.
All right.
I know.
Right.
Thank y'all for listening. We'll catch you next time.
Right here on Love and War Talk, Love and War Radio.
And we out. Make sure y'all follow Love and War Talk on IG because we try to get that followers page up so we can start going live
on
there.
YouTube too.
You feel me?
Straight
and
up.
YouTube. Go over there and like the page, subscribe. And we out.
Straight up. Yeah.